Jeepers Creepers, Jesus, Mary and Joseph, Snoops, SpaghettiOs. I'm in one of those moods where my weight is so bad that I just don't care anymore. Why should I care? I'm already almost 400 pounds. And it's so crazy because one time I literally made a YouTube video and I said, hey peasants, guess what you guys, I'm never gonna be that fat. Like I was 250, I'm like, you guys, it's as if you think I'm gonna be 300 pounds, And then I hit 300 pounds. And then when I hit 300 pounds, I said, that's okay, at least I'm not 350 pounds, that would be really bad. And then I hit 350 pounds. And now I'm 375 pounds. I'm about to hit 400. What is happening? Click the link below and get yourself a cameo where I'll make a special video just for you. Treat yourself or surprise someone else. It makes a great gift. Link below. And you know, I say to myself most days, I try not to even think about it. But you guys request weigh-ins. They get a lot of views for me. So, Orlin, I might as well weigh in right now. Can you bring me the scale, please? Let's weigh in and see what I am exactly. So today, we are doing Jollibee. And I got all my favorite things. And it's just one of those days, it's like, F it. F it. I'm already fat. I've just given up on myself. I can't stop gaining weight. I can't stop gaining weight. My viewers always criticize me. There's very few people out there that actually like me, my personality, even me as a person. They're just here to laugh at me. They're here to see Orlin fight with me. Orlin! He's gonna bring me my scale, he better. And people don't actually like me in this world. I was reading all these comments under my video on my main channel. What? And people were saying, oh, they're gonna die if they keep eating this way. And people were like, good. Good. Huh? What? You're not supposed to say good, only the peasants. You're supposed to be my husband. Do you love me or do you don't?
No, I don't love you.
Can you bring me my scale, please? I'm gonna weigh myself for these peasants.
You're fat. Why do you need to weigh yourself?
Because they want to know the real number. Not like I care. I might as well put this in the video. I'm so hungry.
It can't even go up anymore. It's at the highest.
Nope, it can go higher. I'm off the charts, let's just say. It's the only thing I'm off the charts in. And my ratings, my views are off the charts sometimes. Oh my gosh, I love food. Now, Jollibee chicken, I think is kind of healthy. No carbs. Oh, I love the spicy. So shout out to Nathan who brought this for me. He was visiting us yesterday. Ooh, just put it right here. Because I can't really bend it.
You can't really do anything.
No, I can't. You know, I'm just going to laugh at everything Orlin says today. I'm in one of those days that's just F it. F it. Why should I care about my weight if you don't?
You never care about it. So why even bother effing it? Because every day you don't care.
Exactly.
Just like you don't care about our marriage or about being faithful. Or about hygiene.
I haven't showered today because I'm too big for my bathtub. You guys, I cracked the bathtub. It's one we live in a high-rise apartment, and you know it's just like that the builder's cheap thing from Home Depot. They just throw in this little ceramic thing. It's like a little liner. I cracked it. Why are they doing that in America? I mean, I'm not the only big person. All these poor Americans cracking their tubs. I don't think it's really appropriate. So I got spicy chicken, which I love, carb-free, sugar-free. It's just lean meat. I got dark meat. Well, that's kind of greasy. Is that what lean means? Ooh, and we got the Aloha cheeseburger. This is one of my favorite cheeseburgers on earth, which is so funny. It comes from a chicken restaurant. I didn't get spaghetti today, unless Nathan surprised me. Oh yeah, so he was visiting yesterday, and they don't have Jollibee where we live. I think they want to open one soon, or it's being built. I can't remember. Oh, they gave me extra gravy. Oh, 2, because I got 10-piece. Yeah, we got 4 gravies. But they have this up north in Jacksonville, and he had to drive past it anyway because he lives in Atlanta. And he wanted to drive because he hates plane flights. So, that's the only reason I got this. I have to put it in the air fryer, okay? Yes, but you know what? It'll get extra crispy and everything. It still smells really good. It's kind of not... It's still crunchy. I'm sure I can probably... I think you should eat that. Says who? See? F it. I'm already fat. Let me eat in peace, people. Oh, let's weigh myself. We are gonna put these in the air fryer. I have a lemonade in here. All right, so let's see how much I weigh. F it, F it, F it. No one cares about me. Nobody actually likes me. Everyone would be happy if I just, who knows? So who cares if I weigh too much? I don't care. So this scale will talk to us, so you don't even have to really see her. I'll turn the brightness up a level so you can kind of see my belly, but I'm keeping the shirt on for now. I'll take it off when I do my thumbnail.
Hello. It's ready.
She's ready, she's ready, she's ready, she's ready. Excuse me, I should not be bouncing around with lemonade. Okay, here we go. Excuse me.
367.2 pounds.
367.2. Oh my god, I actually lost a pound. I was 367. I lost 1 pound. I lost 1 pound. I lost 1 pound. And I lost 1 pound. I lost 1 pound. I lost 1 pound. We lost 1 pound. We lost 1 pound. I lost 1 pound. Shush! I lost 1 pound. I lost 1 pound and I lost 1 pound. I lost 1 pound. I lost 1 pound. We lost 1 pound. We lost 1 pound.
Goodbye.
That was a lot of work. Sometimes I breathe and I feel like I'm not getting oxygen. Does this scale ever feel that way? Maximum 500. So in another 100 pounds, this scale won't even apply to me. I won't even be able to use it.
It's ready.
Be quiet. I don't know what's happening to me. I gasp for air all the time now. Like I breathe and I feel like I'm not getting oxygen. Like, why am I not getting oxygen? What's happening to me?
Goodbye.
Does the world want me to not? Yeah, goodbye. That was the worst part about visiting Hungry Fat Chick. Having to do everything. Oh, and I'm not blaming her. I mean, just like my own circumstance. Like, Orlin, see, he brought me the scale. Just getting up physically, getting the scale, bringing it back. That's a lot of calorie burning. And also, he, you know, will clean up my food. He'll do the laundry. He'll do the dishes. He'll do the vacuums. He'll clean the toilets. He does everything. So, you're like, Nick, why you save Orlin? Yeah, because I pay him, but I also need him. F it! Just F it. It's one of those days, people. F it. Why should I care about my weight? I'm already nearly 400. Plus, this is skinny food, actually. I identify as skinny, which is a t-shirt you can buy. That's my own personal shirt. Link, go to my website. It's justwaterweight.com. You can buy it. I identify as skinny. It's great for pregnant people. It's great for fat people. It's great for skinny people that want people to know that they're really skinny. I sell all the way up to 5XL. Okay, let's, ooh. Here's my thing. Oh, I'm excited. So we have to air fry. Let's tower all of it and then the top layer I'll air fry. Because I'm gonna be eating this tomorrow too. So if you've never had Jollibee before, it's a Filipino restaurant. It's so delicious. It is made by Filipinos, usually, unless they hire non-Filipinos, which I don't think they should, but in America that would be called discrimination. You know what I mean? If I go to an Italian restaurant, I want Italians to make the food. If I go to a Vietnamese restaurant, I want the Vietnamese to make the food. Is that so much to ask for? What do you mean discrimination? It's their thing. It's not saying one's better, one's worse. I don't know. I guess anyone can learn anything, but I don't know. Let people have their own home too. Like, we all blend, I get, but also let people be proud of their country and their cuisine, and let people, I mean, how would you like it if, you know, Chinese people came here, pretend you're Chinese, and they set up all these Chinese restaurants to make what they love to share with the world, and then all these non-Chinese people take over and cook it and sell it. Well, that was not yours to take. All right, round 2. Ooh, this is a lot of chicken. I lost 1 pound. I should go to a recording studio and sing that. I lost 1 pound. I lost 1 pound. I lost 1 pound. I lost 1 pound. We lost 1 pound. We lost 1 pound. That's what I say. I lost 1 pound. Time to have it. Let's see. I'm rewarding myself. Cheat day. Oh, what am I doing with the flags? They have to come out anyway when I put in the air fryer. Orlin needs to get out that air fryer. Ooh. This is gonna be great and nutritious, in my opinion. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. My opinion is my opinion. My dietitian gives me special orders. She says, treat yourself, life is short. Especially yours. I'm like, okay, we can do. F it, F it. If I'm fat, I might as well be fat. I'm gonna celebrate, you know? All right. It took like 3 hours to get here. And it's still so good. Actually, not that long. 3 hours round trip for him, but he was from Atlanta, so even longer for him. Just sat in his car. What I love about fried food is it doesn't get soggy unless you put moisture on it. You could keep this out for 3 days and it'll still be crunchy. Okay. Is this enough food? Oh. My cheese burger. My favorite cheeseburger. I need to stop singing. I know it annoys people. I had a friend who said every time Trisha started singing, she would turn her video off. Gasped me for breath. That's what you get. People don't want to hear the songs from her or me. I'm a horrible singer. We're the tops. All right, you guys. Let me, let's take this off. Woo. And, oh, see, no one can see anything except my arms. Look how much more jiggly they are. It's just water weight. I identify as skinny. It's your fault. Snoops. Is this enough food? I don't think so. Okay, I'm decorating everything. Here's my chicken. Ew.
What, your face?
No, you. Keep it open for me, thank you. There it goes. Okay, peasants, we're back. Well, actually, I've always been here. My mind might have left the chat, but my body hasn't. So these were in the air fryer. Maybe I'll show you a little of me doing the thumbnail. That was so fun. He's so fat, he's so fat. Yep, I am fat. Also, Orlin points out that I'm having like yellow spots. I'm catching my breath. This is so embarrassing. I'm still catching my breath. All right, let's just eat. So these were the ones that I cooked. This one, the skin started coming off Why do you think I'm turning yellow? Oh, and we also have, so we live by Church's Chicken. Isn't that crazy? We have Church's Chicken here, but we don't have Jollibee. Come on. I'm gonna compare Church's, which is one of my favorite of all time. I think Popeyes is up there too, obviously. I wanna compare Church's thigh to a Jollibee thigh. Let's not do the one with the skin coming out. Okay, I like mine fully intact. Here we go. So Church's, Jollibee. So we're gonna see which I like best. Catching My Breath should be the name of this YouTube channel. Oh my gosh, I'm kind of upset. So there's this channel called Vegan Deterioration. I actually love her because she really calls out all the bad things about veganism. And I'm catching my breath still. And someone's trying to take her channel down. But I'm talking to my manager tomorrow. We're gonna see what we can do. Okay, I got the connections. All right, let's eat. Cheers. Cheers to being fat and not caring. Because no one likes me.
Click the link below to follow my Patreon. You'll get exclusive weekly videos about my life, plus tons of mukbangs not allowed on YouTube. Link below.
Oh, brace! 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 My body is protesting. Orlin! That was so good. Okay, let's do the one with the skin coming off. I technically like this skin. All you have to do is peel it back, you know?
Did you call me?
Yes, I need a new battery. Here, let's eat it real quick.
Wait, do I have to wipe you again?
What?
What?
I love being fat.
Huh.
Alright, let's open this up. Oh, we have to get a new battery. Be right back.
Are you gonna waddle out and get it?
I'm not getting up because I might get a heart attack, so you're gonna go get it.
Why are you out of breath?
From eating?
Makes sense.
Okay, so.
You should really get that skin checked. Like, you're turning yellow.
That's okay, you can leave.
Is it an iron
You can
deficiency?
leave.
Are you anemic as a morbidly obese person?
Probably.
Yeah, because you don't eat enough beef?
But not quality. Thank you, close the door. Speaking of beef. By the way, I've been posting every single day on my Patreon account. Every day. So if you want to come over, click the link down below. Come on over. It's my secret fan club. Everyone there comments and talks and hangs out. I post mukbangs there. I post lots of meltdowns there. I do car videos. I do vlogs. I do life updates. Everyone go check it out. If you're a grown-up, you have to be a grown-up to sign up. Ooh. Okay, so the lettuce got a little funky because it's been a while. We don't like that. Ew, we don't like that. Lettuce, anyway. But this is the cheeseburger. I'm so excited. They have the best cheeseburgers. The Aloha burger. But yes, my Patreon account, I'm going to link it in the description. Patreon.com/Nikocado. And I've been posting every day. Every day. You guys are missing out on the drama and the fun. We do weigh-ins there where I take everything off. Yeah. And we see how much, but I do weigh-ins here too, but it's a little different over here. All right, let's go. Here we go. How old is this? Like, why did it get so old? I don't know. Let's just go for it. Peter Piper pick up peppers, Peter Piper, Ave Maria. That is so good. I love their buns. It's so comforting. It's so oh. I'm feeling the stabs in my left foot again. Ugh. As long as it's not numb. I woke up today, everything below the knee was numb and tingling. Okay, I'm dying to try the stretches. Let's do Jollibee first. Jollibee spicy, Church's spicy. Here we go. I love life. I love being fat. Lord, I haven't even said a word. Is that good? It just makes you contemplate about life, the universe, the stars, the galaxies. It's so good. Now I'm gonna do Church's chicken. Oh my god. Okay, it's a lot. Okay, it's all crispy. This is some crispy stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, this is Jollibee. They're equally amazing. This one just really caught me by surprise for being how amazing that is. Jollibee has more internal flavor. Like the flavor's like right up against that meat. Super crispy. Nice and greasy on the inside. Whereas Church's, it's a little more external wow factor. Like the crunch on the outside is out of this world. Borderline almost too crunchy for some people. It takes longer to break it down in your mouth. It's so crispy. But the flavor is top notch. Let's get into some of this meat. Yeah, there's more of a separation between the white meat and the crispy skin. Whereas this one, they seem to be a little more like integral. Is that the word I'm looking for? The meat tastes better. It reminds me of like Thanksgiving stuffing. Mm. Oh man. Yeah. The meat has more of a gravy flavor. Mmm. It's just so good though still too. Whereas this one just tastes like pure chicken. But greasy and wet. This is some wet chicken. Mmm. And that crunch is like, if you like crunch, you'll like Church's a little bit more. To me, it's a tie. It is a tie. If we had Popeyes here, I would probably say Popeyes is a little more like Cajun-y, whereas these are both still spicy. Popeyes would be a little more Cajun-y. By the way, getting Jollibee from the people that serve it to you they will act a lot differently than the people that typically send you Church's. I don't know what it is. I don't know if this is because it's a Filipino restaurant and a little more manners. There's people at Popeyes and Church's that just don't have manners, and KFC. The people at Jollibee will be so, it's like, it reminds me of Chick-fil-A. Super mannerous, super like holding the door, smiling, waving at you. They don't say, "What you want?" You don't get that at Jollibee. I think that would be illegal. They'd fire you on the spot. But at Church's, man. That is some great Church's chicken. And some great Jollibee chicken. Their chicken has some really good flavor. The Church's does too, but this is, I can't rank it. They're both extra crispy, extra greasy. Pretty the same consistency wise. Like every once in a while you get some dry Jollibee. Same with Church's. Every once in a while you get some dry Church's. Now, where's the leg I bit into? Did I eat it? No, I wouldn't have, because, this was a little dry. The skin was good, but the grease, okay, maybe it's just that side. This is when you get the gravy. Now this is all considered dark meat, right? The light meat, I never get. I don't bother with the little leg or the wings. Don't bother. A lot of work for little meat. Bones. Are you guys having fun? Let's do more burger. Hold on. And I have all this rice and gravy. I'm focused on my chicken right now. I have a story to tell you. But I feel like I'm too far in the video that I'll wait till tomorrow. It's a really juicy story, actually. I feel like it's going to offend some people, especially females. It shouldn't offend females, but it will. And that's going to be my problem. That's going to be my point of the story. It's going to be like, what I'm about to talk to you about, in my opinion, my view of the world, involves females. And I feel like some females might agree. Excuse me, especially females from other countries. Particularly Australia. They might agree with me on this, the Australia. Maybe not all of them, but I think the ones in America will have hissy fits in my comment section. And I don't care. It's my view. We're allowed to have different views. That's why I stopped watching The View. It's basically Whoopi's view. Not always. And I like her. But I want to see more opposition. I don't want to see one person in the hot seat. Dun, 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 dun. I want to see it like 3 against 3. You need opposition. See, that's why I was standing up for that vegan deterioration channel. Standing up. I commented how to help. There's a vegan trying to take them down, whatever. Here's the thing. I actually agree with a lot of the vegan stuff, but I also disagree with some of the vegan stuff, and that's kind of what led me to stopping veganism. That what leads everybody to stopping vegan. And if it's just an echo chamber where everyone praises and agrees equally, you get communism. You need healthy balance. Like, if you actually love your view, you will want lots of strong views against it out in the world, because it solidifies your view, or might change a little bit of your view. That's so important to intelligent people. It's so important for life to make sure you are questioned always, and you're shown other views. And that's why I can't stand watching TV. I can't even. It's too much one side here, a lot of one side here and here and here. Like, oh my God, they act like things don't even exist. Oh, that didn't happen. They deliberately don't even report stuff. And it makes me so furious. It's dangerous. And it says so much about the people. That's like, you don't want that on your show because you don't want to discuss it. You don't want to highlight it. You don't want to give it attention. That shows weakness on you then. If you are a strong, confident person, you should be prepared, properly armed with information to back up your view or debate a view. And that's why I don't like The View anymore. It's too much like they all just repeat each other. Yes, this is bad. Yes, this is bad. Yes, not everything's black and white. There's pieces of things that you think are bad that are still beautiful. That can be a push depending on what you're talking about. But there's positives inside negatives, and there's negatives inside positives. Always. And always. In all different ways and always. There will be negatives inside positives. You need to not act like they're not there. And just wipe it all off as this is a great solution. Everyone should be on board. Wait a minute. There's always negatives. The moment somebody tries to minimize risk or adverse effects or negative aspects is the moment they become a salesman. Think about it. And this is for insurance companies. This is for everything. Doctors. I mean, just think how many doctors are paid behind the scenes to promote a certain thing. I'm trying to think of my words here. I don't want to get. This is on YouTube. You know, they're paid. They go to a banquet, a luncheon. They have, you know, the companies want the doctors to promote something new, whether they think it's the best for their client or not. They know that they have a conflict of interest there. They're going to promote something. This happens all the time. Financial stuff. People will try to say, oh, this is the best for you. Oh, this variable universal life insurance plan is best for you. It's like, for some it could be, for many it's not. And then, but the person selling it to you is going to get some. So there's always negatives inside positives, and there's always positives inside negatives. And the moment you say, and you just minimize all risk, and you just paint it as perfect, or, oh yeah, there's one little downside, one little caveat, but it's this little thing. Well, that little thing can be very big, and also you just kind of skipped over all these other things that are also bad in it. Why am I even talking about this? What was I talking about? The View. But why was I talking about The View? Oh, because that channel, I really appreciate that vegan deterioration channel. Because she highlights aspects that the vegans that I was involved with for 6, 7 years shoved under the rug. Shoved under the rug. Cholesterol, shoved under the rug. Oh, your body makes it all, don't worry about it. That is something your body can overproduce. You also need good cholesterol. All your cells, your veins, your heart, shoved under the rug. Collagen. You don't get collagen in plant foods. Oh, just eat enough calories, it should be fine. Shoved under the rug. Just eat variation flax seeds. That's not, but you don't absorb. Shoved under the rug. You know, proper, I mean, listen, I'm eating junk food, so don't listen to me. But also listen to me. I also know what I'm talking about. It's why I gave up. Because shoved under the rug. When things are presented as perfect to you, or mostly good, and they don't even discuss, let alone acknowledge the downsides, you create problems long term. So many problems. I mean, vitamin A, carrots, but the beta carotene's a precursor. It's not actual, but just, it's good enough. Shoved under the rug. But vitamin A in animals' foods is more bioavailable. It's better absorbed. I mean, look, we have so many studies that say fish shoved under the rug. The fish have feelings. You're hurting the fish. You're evil if you eat them. You know, it's kind of just like, if you're looking at it from a nutritional standpoint, you can't sit there and say fish is worse for you than the stuff that was farmed, sprayed with pesticides, soy, turned into stuff, processed. Like vegan cheese is worse. It's like, vegan cheese is so bad for you. A lot of it. It's just, anyway, so we need channels like Vegan Deterioration, which highlight all the things that are shoved under the rugs from the vegans. You know, and that's what really makes me mad. In the real world, most people know vegans are annoying, and it's not. and the normal life people, they hear that word and they go, ooh. But on social media, they're glorified as being like the ultimate way to live, and therefore if you stop being vegan, or you don't want to do it anymore, or you get sick, well, you just didn't do it right, because it's a perfect thing. How dare you question? It's like religion, you know. So yeah, that's what I used to watch The View all the time, and the more I grew up, I don't say grow up, there's a lot of good things about that. They think, they talk, they discuss. But it's the same reason why I don't always watch The Five, or any type of show that's about discussing current events. I mean, sometimes you'd like to hear something that you already agree with, or helps you learn a little bit more. Okay. But when you're talking about having diverse views, and it's only like 5 views against 1 view, it's like, wait a minute, this really doesn't help sometimes. Yeah. Where was I? Oh, this chicken. And then on the other vegan thing, I was watching this channel that's like, only eat beef, only eat beef, only eat beef, 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 this. This is why it's good. Anti-nutrients in vegetables, stay away from fibers, stay away from evil seeds and stuff. And I'm like, I see their point to some extent, yes. But then I thought, the antibiotics that you're eating in the beef accumulate. What are your thoughts on that? How's that? I left a comment. Instantly deleted and removed. I'm like, can someone explain to me the carnivore diets where people only eat beef, or lots of beef? Beef, even organic beef. I don't want to hear from anyone that, oh, you can get antibiotic free. There's no such thing. Cows are extremely prone to diseases and illnesses. You've never been a farmer. Half my family are farmers. Orlin lived in Colombia. Half of them have cattle farm. Not him. He didn't have a cattle farm, but I'm saying we've actually lived around cattle farms. We know more about farming than the average person. Organic, pasture raised, it doesn't matter. Cows are very susceptible to being sick and diseased. Just to ask the Chinese. I mean, that's where they bred the cow. The cow's not even a natural creature. It was bred out of the water buffalo. There were no cows hundreds of thousands of years ago. They didn't exist. We made them. Just like your pet dog that was bred out of wolves. We created, it's like plants, the banana. Our banana today was not the real banana. We made it through selective breeding, cross-pollination, and hybridization, all that type of stuff. Those cows are very susceptible to being sick, especially if it's hot, humid weather. They all get sick. Like it's just the nature of the beast. That's why some farms that use less antibiotics, they're in the highlands and mountains. They're having cattle where it's like really cold. The cold weather helps them from being sick. But even still, they still get sick. So when you give an animal antibiotics, it's retained in their meat and you eat it. Doesn't really do anything short term, but long term you accumulate it's called biomagnification. It's when you're magnifying a compound, an element, something in that food. And what happens is when you get sick, after you've been eating lots and lots of beef for years and years, you now have built up a resistance to that antibiotic because you got it from your food for so many years. And now when you are sick and you cut your hand, you have a hip problem, you have an infection, and you take antibiotics, they're not working at all or as strongly as they should, because your system just has so much resistance to antibiotics. That is a fact. You can look it up. And that's something that the meat community likes to shove under the rug.
Click the link below to follow my Patreon. You'll get exclusive weekly videos about my life, plus tons of mukbangs not allowed on YouTube. Link below.
It's fine. Or the explanations they'll give you is like, well, if it's organic beef, they don't use it. It's like, yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. I know 2 organic farmers. They run huge companies. I know them. They tell me. It's like false marketing. Like, oh, organic, free range, antibiotic free. Legally, they can call it antibiotic free if they're not using a certain amount. They still have to use some. Again, you have beef once every couple weeks. Okay, if you have it every day, like this carnivore channel that I was watching, beef for breakfast, beef for lunch, beef for dinner. I literally commented, you are creating a buildup of antibiotics. What are you thinking about doing? And you're thinking, oh, it'll be fine if I ever get an infection, say I get my arm cut, or you say that, but I have someone in my life right now, I'm not saying who, somebody in my life, not relative, but really close person to me and Orlin. Now she's older, could play a little bit of role into it, but she's having a hip infection. And she has been so sick at the hospital. She has been there for 2.5 months, maybe even 3 months by now. Every round of antibiotics is just not working. It's not working. So this stuff does happen. She has a possibility of passing away if the infections can lead to death. Why do you think a lot of the Egyptians got wiped out? They got tooth infections. They didn't have a way to treat it. Okay, that gets into your bloodstream, your brain, you're gone. You're gone. Staph infections. There's things that can lead to bigger problems if you don't treat it right away. And how do we treat it? Antibiotic medication. So you kind of want to like be aware of that a little bit. So we need discussion about all the cons as well. That's why I can't stand politics. I never talk about politics on my YouTube channels, and I never will. Because a lot of politicians, parties, news channels, it's like, I thought this was the news. No, this is our opinion propaganda channel. Oh, I thought this was the news where you tell us just facts and leave it at that. Oh no. Oh no. These anchors, a lot of the time, they even have all their bias. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. This is why I don't go into it. I don't like it because it's just turning the cheek. Turning the cheek. They don't want to hear the negatives and all their positives. Inside all their positives are little bitty negatives. Even the best thing on earth for you will still have negatives in some way. In some way. Vegetables are good for you. Yeah. We can all agree. But are they 100% always good in all ways, all forms, all formats for every meal? No, they're not. Some things should be cooked so you get rid of the oxalates. Some things should not be juiced in high quantities because now you have a buildup of anti-nutrients. Something like everything has negatives in some way, amounts, variations, and I can't watch politics because it's just like you. And it's one thing to be like, here's my position. This is my stance on life. Here's why. And then I'm also willing to discuss the negatives. I'm able to say, oh, I acknowledge, yes, that is a big downside. I agree. But here's an upside, and I think it still outweighs the negative, but I don't want to act like that negative's not there. It's true. Here's how we can make it better or help minimize it a little bit. But when you just write it off, it's like, oh, that's not even a thing. I don't know. You don't get that well-rounded stuff anywhere. Some places, yes, but I'm not going to tell you where I think. And I don't discuss it on YouTube ever. So, I'm out of lemonade. Man. I love debate. You guys know well, you might not know. I was in debate class. I was also an oratorical speaker. An oratorical is a speaker. That sounds stupid. I might not be very smart, but I like to speak. And I loved giving speeches. And part of my speech training, I would do debate class, debate club. And I like watching it. I like hearing it. I like hearing both. I don't want to hear just one. Even when I agree with it, that's even more of a reason to hear the opposite. Because it really either will solidify your opinion, be like, you know what? Now that I know all the things people can say, and I also have an answer for all, bounce that off. Now I'm really even firmer in my beliefs. Or I help learn something new. I'm like, you know what? I don't know if I believe this anymore. I kind of believe this, and that's okay. That's okay. It's okay to change a little bit. Why are you so good? I'll tell you why it's good. It's greasy, it's fatty, it has flavor on top. It's made in white flour. It's battered and deep fried. How could it not taste good? How? I feel like I'm barely eating. Okay, I'm running my mouth too much. Life is good when you eat. So how are you? What are you doing with your life? I'm over here getting fat and not knowing why. What are you doing? Oh, I need more drink. This is ridiculous. I'm like something's just gonna come out. Keep sucking, nothing's coming out. You need to hurry up. My arm's getting sore. So inappropriate. I'm appropriate for my audience. If you're not my audience, get off my page. There should be a place for people like me. Thank you. Everyone deserves a place. That's what I love about YouTube. They don't kick people off for being inappropriate. Instagram. Why doesn't Instagram make Instagram Kids version? Since all these parents don't want a parent. And just hand their child a phone when they're 5. Well, okay, if that's what most are doing, because they are. Let's not live in denial here. Most are. Instead of punishing the adults like me that post something funny, crude, edgy, whatever you want to call it, that my audience would laugh at like this. Right when I was about to do my comical moment, the camera had to die. As I was saying, like I like to do my content for my audience like this. Ooh. Girl, that wasn't a fire. Oops. Oh, no. I know you're waiting for it. It's okay. I'm used to sitting in it all day anyway. I need diaper. Instead of punishing people for being people, how about let's say, okay, these people that are still growing and developing, let's separate them since they're the minority. Let's not punish all adults here. Oh, you can't post that. It's sensitive. To who? To the idiot whose parents don't want to parent them? That's who it's sensitive to? It's like backwards logic, in my opinion. And YouTube has had their fair share of doing that. But in general, they're a lot better. A lot better. They don't take it down. Unless it's like, you know, completely without clothes or something. Or even still. Depends what you're doing. If you're giving birth, they'll keep it up. I've seen. Educational. Okay. Well, it is educational to people. Not the developing people. They have no right. Since when are we giving rights to the... Oh, makes me so angry. I've had my fair share of stuff removed. Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. I'm like, for reasons. I mean, I'm not. For reasons that just, it's like, instead of punishing me, someone that's bringing in tens of thousands of viewers, keeping them active and engaged on your platform, I'm basically working for you. Hello. At least YouTube compensates back for my work. Instead of punishing the person who's keeping people thinking about your app and using your app, let's get rid of the minority here whose parents don't want to be parents. Okay? You hear me, Instagram? That's what I think about you. That part was too little. God, this is so good. This is so good. Where's my Belle Orlin? Cheeseburger time. You know what makes this so good too? Their mayo is very delicious. I didn't get the spaghetti today. Oh my god. Their chicken is what really stands out. They're spicy. Their original's good too. The thighs are my favorite. But since I wasn't the one doing this, and it was like 2 hours north, I'm like, let's not make him carry back spaghetti that I can make at home. You know, let's only make him carry back something I can't make at home, like fried chicken. If I want spaghetti, okay. That's something they can do pretty easily. Wow. Am I eating that much food? I know there's a lot in front of me. I always feel like I'm not eating enough. That's what Raven Simone said. I collabed with her and Miranda. They were both like, Nick, you're not really eating that much. Enablers. I think they said it in our collab. If they didn't, oops. I think they did. They're like, you barely eat. I'm like, what? Why do you think I'm 300 pounds, lady? 350 at the time. Ooh. She's been going to a lot of events. She's like doing her rounds of like what she does. See, I don't, on YouTube, if I need to promote something, I just turn on the camera, boom. In that world, unless you're in a movie and you're like in people's mouths because you're in a movie that they just saw, you have to like go to these places to do it. See, I've never done an interview really. Tosh.0, but that was so many years ago. It wasn't even 5 years. I mean, that's it. And there's other YouTubers that want to interview me and stuff. I've done a few, but see, I don't have to. But in that world, you kind of have to. It would be dumb not to. You know what I mean? So I watched, speaking of The View, she went there. Oh, and her wife, Miranda, looked so beautiful. Oh my God. I wonder, you know, when you don't grow up that way or you're not used to it, it could totally be like, just like, what is my life now? All of a sudden. I mean, I kind of feel that way with, not going on big fancy shows, but just followers. Like every once in a while, I'll just look at these numbers and I'll be like, my last video on my main channel has 8 million views. I'm like, 8 million people watch this? Or when people see me in public and they're like taking my photos or what, I step back and I go, how does this happen? How did this happen? How did this happen? It's just kind of, wow, life-changing. So I wonder if Miranda feels that, like, it's just one of those like, snap, here you are, you're doing it, you're in it. Does this feel real? Snap, snap. You know? Like, feels like a dream. Because it's so exciting or so special. You know? I need water. Orlin! What? Come in here. But she looked very, I mean, they both did. They look very good. They look good when they get all dressed up, and I love, everyone looks good dressed up except for me. I look like a big olive. I look like a big old, I'm speaking!
You look like a big old bear?
I say I look like an olive when I put on a suit.
More like a pig.
Pigs aren't black. Oh, some pigs are black.
Yeah, like a pig. More like a, you know, actually the wild pigs are black. Speaking of black, I have a black zapote. Show them.
Ew!
The chocolate pudding fruit. Right, I mean, what do you need?
Please fill this up with some water for me. It had lemonade, and I just put just water in it for me.
Alright, I'm good too.
What?
Nothing.
I miss dressing up. I never dress up anymore. I only wear Walmart because it's all I fit into. And, you know, not to say fat people can't get dressed up and look nice. Many can, many do. I can't. I can't wear jeans to save my life. See, before y'all knew me, I was strutting the streets of New York City. I loved dressing up. It made me feel so good. It made me feel like life was worth living. Not to say it is not worth it. It is, because there's food. If you ever feel doubtful about your life, just remember, tomorrow you get to eat. Yes! It helps. Helps even when you're really sad. Just say to yourself, I get to eat.
You get to eat all day? Yeah, that's what you do.
I'm saying when you're sad about life, yes or no, what helps you keep going on is that you say to yourself, tomorrow I get to eat.
You must always be sad then.
Why?
Because you eat all day.
Get out! And what are you doing here? You probably poisoned this. Wish me luck as I take a sip. I don't know what he put in here. And I'll say right now, if this is my last sip, the chicken was good. Bye. Ew, it's tap water. Off with his head. See, if I was a ruler in this world and you did me like him, he can't even do me good anymore anyway. Let's use a different verb. If you behaved that way, off with your head. I would be ruthless. If you have bad music in this world, off with your head. No, I'm joking. What was I talking about? Olives. I love olives. Oh, getting dressed up. I kind of miss it. See, the last time I wore pants, like anything that extended below my knees, was in 2019 with Chelsea Lynn. And we went out to a fancy place. It was like, our bill was $500. Like, and we didn't eat $500 worth of food. It was scraps. It was for the Kardashians eat there sometimes, something. That was my last time. I like Chelsea, and I like, the food was actually kind of good. It was, excuse me, as fried chicken comes flying out my mouth, the food was good. But they had a dress code, and we got denied entrance. We got denied entry because she had on flats or no open-toed shoes, and I had on shorts. And they said, nope, you have to look presentable here in case the Kardashians come by. I'm like, off with their heads. They can't see a human being a human. Off. No, and actually, I was really PO'd at the time, but looking back, I totally see their reason, and I think there's definitely there is a place for restaurants to say, you have a certain attire to be here. And let me tell you why. When you get dressed up, like I used to back in the old days, and you feel good about yourself, you put on your best shoes, your best perfume, you feel excited about life, and you know you're wearing your best pearls, your best heels, it feels extra special when you get to wear it someplace where everyone else is also wearing their special outfits. And not to say that flip-flops and Walmart shorts aren't special to somebody, because they is. But if I was having that special occasion where I was dressed up and I was having a fancy dinner, and I had to see, like, my visual piece was all effed up because this lady came wearing a tank top, I would look at it, it would disturb me. She didn't fit in. It kind of matters. It's like those nice neighborhoods that have HOA fees and everyone's landscaping's nice, everyone's house is nice. You don't have that random pink polka dot house on the corner that just ruins the visual piece for it kind of feels good. It's okay. It has a place. All right. I don't want to hear, at the time I felt very judged, but I also felt extra nice eating there because I was dressed up at the same time. I was like, ooh, something different. And it was nice seeing everyone look like they put on their best. There's times and place to do your best, and there's times and place to not do your best. Anyway, I do miss dressing up. I did it all the time in New York, and I love it. I miss it, actually. I just physically feel so uncomfortable in jeans. My feet are so big now. I always had wide feet. I've always had big feet. But ever since the water weight, my feet have also gotten even bigger. And so I don't fit in anything except these clown looking of a shoe called Crocs. I can't fit in nothing. And when I did wear jeans back with Chelsea Lynn in 2019 at that fancy restaurant, it was dress pants with a belt. I felt like I was gonna pop. So uncomfortable. I did not, and if you're confident about your body and you're bigger, fine. I happen to not look good in dress pants when I'm this size, because I have no butt, it just goes straight down. But I have a big gut and it comes out. So it's like opposite. Like most people are round back here, okay here. Nope, it's flat back here and bouncing out here. I just was like off balance. And I said, I'm never wearing dress up ever again until I lose this weight. And I'm kind of fortunate to have a job where I don't have to dress up. I can wear Walmart all day. And my own merch, which is why I created my own line of clothing. It's just waterweight.com. Go there. It's because, well, I told you the reason. Goodbye. Goodbye. I should say goodbye. This video is very long. I feel like I barely ate. And I don't clean the bones. You know what I mean? Like, there's still some stuff on here. Oh, my legs are numb. You guys, I'm so fat. I don't know why. Oh, I love dressing up. It was so nice. And I didn't even have like, I had a few nice things, but, and by nice, I mean like expensive. Is it expensive for real reasons? No, it's expensive because it's a label, it's a brand that people recognize. It's all psychology. Keeping up with the Joneses. Google that. All you right now. Google that. Keeping up with the Joneses. That's what a lot of that whole fashion thing is. Like, why does Gucci wallet cost $3,000 when you can get the same quality leather from Kohl's for 30 bucks? Can you tell me why? Oh, because it says a letter G on it. That's keeping up with the Joneses. You're only doing that to impress other people. You know, impressing strangers. You have that nice car. Some cars are worth the expense because they're different, they're unique, they have features that you personally like, are of quality, or the seats are comfy, or touch screen inside the car, or whatever. Some things are worth justifying extra price. For me, when I rent cars, I make sure that the side mirrors have blind side assist. I go beep 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 when you're trying to pass a lane and a car's coming. It's a good safety measure. I personally think it's worth, you know, I don't have that on my car, but whenever I buy a new car in the future, I'm gonna make sure it's there. If I have to pay more, I will. It's worth it. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you have this car that can do all these fancy things. I'm thinking about some of these cars out there that are like really strong horsepower that can tug a lot of boats and stuff, or, you know, like a truck or something. And you don't have a boat. You don't have a job where you're kind of lugging lumber around. You're not a contractor. You don't have a lot of kids. You're a single guy. What do you need a truck for? What do you need a truck for? I'm actually curious. It's bad on gas. The engines break down faster. The capabilities, the reason why it's so big and bulky and expensive is to do things that you don't already do. So why do you have a truck? And you'll ask someone, they're like, well, it makes me happy. Well, why does it make you happy? Well, because it's cool. Well, why is it cool? It's because what my friends have, or it's what like manly men drive. Oh, so there you go. The reason it's cool is because of how strangers will perceive you now. When you meet them at the same stoplight and someone looks over and sees you and, oh, look at that manly man. So you're gonna like spend way more on insurance, way more on car payments, way more on gas, lugging this big old heavy thing with all these things and features to do things that you don't do, so that you can feel good about yourself because of what strangers are now thinking about you. Is that the answer? That's the answer for most people. Keeping up with the Joneses, that's what it's called. And in that scenario, like if you Google it, you'll see, I forget what website it came from, but just click on Google Images and they have illustration, like a cartoon of this family outside in their lawn, and they're outside, they're out back, and they're happy. And they kind of look over to the next fence in their neighbor, and they have something extra shiny and sparkly, and they don't have it, and all of a sudden they're no longer happy. They were happy until they saw what their neighbor has, and now they're not happy because they don't have it too. Do they need it to be happy? No, because they were happy before. See what I mean? I run my mouth too much. I need therapy. Goodbye. Goodbye, peasants. I will still be fat tomorrow, most likely. I can't believe I'm here every day, but I am, for the most part. Jollibee, shout out to Nathan. Thank you so much for bringing this to me. He's not a feeder, before you say anything. He would laugh, actually, because he's, like, grossed out by mom. He's a friend that, like, I won't get offended if he tells me that, but he's like, you are so fat. Oh, my God, you're just a grease ball. Like, he'll tell me, like, you are a grease ball. You look like a marshmallow at this point. You know, I can laugh about it because we're friends, but he does not support my body at all. But that's okay. Remember I said there's negatives inside all positives? well, actually, he's not that positive of a person. He complains all the time. But there's things about him that are positives to my life that I put up with the negatives, such as him fat-shaming me. Because I'm big enough of a person, not physically, metaphorically, I'm big enough of a person, I'm smart enough of a person to realize that. Okay? That's why I don't really have conflict with people. I really don't. I really don't. I really don't have conflict with people. Maybe strangers that treat me bad at the drive-thru and I say, excuse me, where's the manager? That's not how you speak to people. But I mean like friendships, people that I meet in real life. I don't really get hung up over stuff too much. I'll remember stuff. I'm very like anal retentive. Like I always remember, I notice every detail. And sometimes it can mess with me up here a little bit. But in general, since I can kind of think about lots, I'm not one-track minded, you know, since I can give myself reasons, scenarios, kind of off balance, something that seems to be bothering me, and I say, oh no, Nick, they're just busy, or oh no, Nick, they're and then I just relax. And it's so much easier to live life that way. So thanks, Nathan, even though you complain all the time and you call me fat, I appreciate you. Okay, see how easy that was? Now tomorrow I have a story time for you about women, and it might offend some people, but I don't care. I think what I'm going to say will make sense to some, might not make sense to those who don't listen, and then maybe people who do listen, they still disagree. That's okay. I think Australian women will be a little more okay with it than the American women. You'll find out tomorrow what I'm talking about. So stay tuned. If I'm still alive, I will tell you tomorrow. Nom, 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 nom. Life is fun. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. And if you want a little extra of me, go to my Patreon account, link in the description box. I've been posting every day there. And if you want to hear from me personally, get a cameo. You all know the drill. Buy a merch, t-shirt, all that stuff is always in the description box. It's just placed there automatically, default uploads. People say, oh, he sits there and types all that out. No, I don't. And even if they didn't have that upload default, I would just sit and copy and paste it from yesterday's video. I'm not going to type all that out. Jeez. One time I had a meltdown. I was really upset about something and I filmed it. Because I was genuinely not feeling well. I wanted to put it out into the world, whatever. And someone said, oh no, he's not upset. He's faking it. He's just an actor. Look at all the stuff he typed out. Someone who's really sad would sit there and type out links to his channels and promote his merch. I'm like, I didn't type that, lady. It shows up there automatically every time I click upload. Like there's a little piece that I'll upload the description if I want. But most of it, all those links that just, why bother explaining it to people? But that's what she said. He's not really sad because he typed out a whole description promoting his merch. No, I didn't. I really didn't. I really didn't. But okay, think what you want to think. That's okay. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye. I have to poop! Cheers!
Hi, it's me. I'd like to thank all my patrons for supporting this video, and an even bigger thank you to my executive producers, Jamie Babycado, Princess Abbie, and C Butter. If you'd like to support my channel a little bit extra, or if you just want to see the real, unfiltered side of these videos, click the link in the description box and consider joining all of us over on Patreon. You'll get to see weekly videos and a much more candid side of me. Oh, and by the way, you have to be a grown-up to follow. Patreon's really for my closest followers only, and new openings become available on a first-come, first-served basis. So if you see an opening, hurry up. If you want to hear from me personally, get yourself a video directly from me on Cameo, where I can surprise you with a video straight to your phone or your computer. You can also hire me to tell off your friend. If you want more, check out my merch store and get yourself a water weight t-shirt. Patreon, Cameo, and merch are all linked in the description box. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.